That's the way love goes.
So here we are. We made it into Monday morning. And if you're just in from celebrating Easter thinking that you've got today off work, well, I've got some bad news for you because the bank holiday has been cancelled and we're all due into work later on this morning. Oh, and by the way, welcome to April 1st. Anyway, with that old pranking guff done, let's get to this night cruise started. And the first thing I should say is a big thank you to Sean for rounding out Easter Sunday evening. And I'll let you know that he'll be back later in the week. Good morning to you. My name is Feargal, and for the next 2 hours I'm going to play you some of the best 90s and noughties romance, relaxing and chill tracks to hopefully bring back some memories of the sights, sounds and sensations of those 2 decades. And not only that, in the second hour of the show we're going to play our Love Slowed Down game. Stick around, you won't want to miss out on that. While in this hour we all want to know what you got up to this weekend, and I'll tell you how you can get involved in that action in a moment. Now, if you want to reach out to me for any reason whatsoever this morning, you can do so on text or WhatsApp to 085 2899 092. You can email me hello@freedomfm.ie, and if you're on the socials, then search for voice actor Fergs on Insta, Threads and Blue Sky. It's Freedom FM's Night Cruise, simply the best in relaxing, romance and chill songs from the 90s and noughties. But it's time now to find out what you got up to over the weekend. And as it's a bank holiday weekend, we also want to hear what you're planning to do for Bank Holiday Monday, for a part of the show we like to call I Know What You Did This Weekend. So what did you do? Maybe you went to see a show or a movie. Perhaps you went out for a meal and had some tasty food and drink, or you could have met up with family or friends to hear what they've been up to since you last saw them. No matter what you did this weekend or planning to do on Bank Holiday Monday, be it big or small, get in touch and let's celebrate 2024's Easter weekend. As for me, well, it started out in the RDS on Friday night to see Leinster v the Bulls. Saturday morning I gave the kid a big hug as she set off for the airport for her week away with friends in London. On Sunday night, my better half and I popped over to some friends for a meal and a chinwag. On Sunday, I took the dog down to Wicklow for some stomping around in the hills. And between you and me, I've nothing much planned for tomorrow, save for a bit of prep work on the audiobook that I'll be recording later in the week. So the best I can say about me for this weekend is I was a bit busy, but I didn't really achieve that much. Anyway, enough about me. What we really want to know is, what did you get up to? 085 2899 092 on WhatsApp or text and fill us in on what you got up to this weekend. You're tuned to Freedom FM's Night Cruise, and if you're up late this Monday morning and are new to the show, well, thanks for joining me. And if you're a regular listener, what can I say? But you clearly have got exquisite taste. Now, you might remember that a few moments ago I asked you to reach out and tell me what you've been up to this weekend, and one person who is listening and has been in touch is Alison Bolton, who's in Cabra in Dublin this morning. Virgil says, Alison, my hubby Tom and I are just back from spending the evening at the Bottle Boy pub on the North Wall, where we had a few drinks and a nice meal while waiting for our daughter Jo and her friends to come out of the 3 Arena where they were watching Madison Beer in concert. To be honest, I have no idea what the gig was like, but Tom and I enjoyed our date night very much. Thanks for getting in touch, Alison, and I remember the days, sat outside gigs, waiting for my kids and their friends, and here's a word to the wise for you, Alison, just wait till you get to the stage of having to drive them over to the UK for the Reading Festival. Now, Scott Lyons has also made contact to tell me what he's been up to this weekend. Hey Ferg, says Scott, this Saturday I took my kids Karen and Owen to the zoo to see the animals. I hadn't been there since I was a kid. I have to say, it's certainly not the rather run-down place I remember from back in the 80s. Anyway, the kids had a great time, and I'll be in their good books for a few days to come. Good man, Scott. And there's nothing like earning kids or partner brownie points, I have to say. Now, if you want to tell us what you got up to this weekend, then you must get in touch quick on text or WhatsApp to 085 2899 092, because we'll do one final round of I Want to Know What You Got Up To This Weekend next. It's the Monday morning night cruise from Freedom FM, 2 hours of the best in 90s and noughties, romance and relaxing memories on the radio. And this hour we've been celebrating what you've been getting up to over this Easter weekend, and to that end, Beth McKinley has been in touch from Cork. Virgil says, Beth, on Sunday I took my kids, Matt and Kevin, their friends Theo and Frank, to the Docklands to spend the day at Funderland. The kids had a great time, and then they came back to the house for a sleepover. I just got them into their rooms and I can finally relax. Thanks for telling us about your Sunday, Beth, and you are tuned to the right show to wind down after all that kid action today. And finally for this morning, our last weekend celebration shout-out goes to Keith Bradley in Galway, who says, "Hey Fergs, this weekend I haven't done anything yet, but I am looking forward to going to DC Park later today to watch Galway United hammer Bows." Really, Keith? Anyway, listen, thanks for reaching out. I won't be there myself, so enjoy the game, my friend, but as for the result, well, we can all dream. Anyway, listen up. If you enjoyed finding out what others got up to over the weekend, well, you know what to do. Be here next Monday morning, just after midnight, when we will do it all over again. Good morning, you're listening to Freedom FM's Night Cruise, where we have one more hour of the best in 90s and noughties, chill, romance and relaxing musical memories between now and 2. My name is Feargal and I'd like to thank you for joining me this morning, and the good news is, now that you're here, we can crack on with this week's Love Slowed Down game. Now, if you're wondering what Love Slowed Down is, well, grab a seat and I'll run how it works by you. You see, just before the show started, I popped into the production studio where I dug out a 90s or noughties romance or relaxing track out of the library. I popped that record onto the record player and slowed it down from 45 to 33 RPM. Then I recorded a little snippet of the song, and all you gotta do is tell me what song it is that I've slowed down. Like me, it's a simple game. Now, before I give you the contact details for the game, let's have our first listen to this week's Love Slowed Down. So, if you know what song that is and fancy being in with a shot of possibly winning yourself a name check, yes, a whole name check on the radio just before 2, send me in your answer as a WhatsApp to 085 2899 092 and tell me who this is. And if I get any wrong answers, I'll tell you some of those in a few moments. It's Monday morning's Night Cruise on Freedom FM, and that means only one thing. You've been playing along with our Love Slowed Down game, and this week I asked you to have a listen to this snippet of music. As always, loads of you wonderful night owls have reached out to tell me who it is, but I have to be honest with you and tell you that I have had some wrong answers, including I Swear, All for One, Waterfalls from TLC, and The Canals 7475. So, if you know what song this is, the good news is you've still got time to get yourself in with the chance of winning a possible name check on the cruise in a bit, but only if you WhatsApp me your answer to 085 2899 092. But you gotta be quick, because I'll reveal all after we hear from young Henry Churches. That's J-Lo on Freedom FM's Night Cruise, and I want to say thank you to everyone who's been playing along with this week's Love Slowed Down game. And this week I asked you to tell me who this is. As always, I got loads of correct answers, but as you regulars know, I can only name check 4 people at any one time. So with that in mind, I'd like to say good morning to Tony Reynolds, who got in touch from Dolphins Barn, Amanda Brennan, who reached out to me from Cabra, Colin Holden, who's out in Kildare this morning, and Bridget Frost, who sent her answer in from Tullamore, who, like so many of you, said that this week's Love Slowed Down comes from hang on a moment. Before I tell you, can you do me a favour, please? If you liked playing along with Love Slowed Down, well, tell your friends and come back next Monday, just after 1, when we'll do it all over again. As for this week, our Love Slowed Down is All Saints' cover of the Chili's Under the Bridge. Gareth Gates on the night cruise, and any one of us tells me that is all the mess I can make of your radio this morning. Thank you for your company, both you and your messages made to the show as always. Now, Mike will be here with breakfast from 8, and before that, Alan will have the Freedom Years from 7. As for me, well, I'll be back in a few hours' time at 11 p.m. with another night cruise. Until then, thank you for your time this time. So until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.